Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of, wait a minute, Fall Classic Baseball. The 1983 season is on the air. Wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to be playing inside pitch? Is that what I'm supposed to do here, is play inside pitch? Well, we are going to make a change here on the network. I had such a great time playing Fall Classic in the 1919 One and Gone that I decided to order a copy of the 1983 season of Fall Classic to go with Inside Pitch. So, starting tonight, Fall Classic and Inside Pitch will rotate on the 1983 season. I'm not really concerned with stats. I'm just concerned about fun factor. And I want to give Fall Classic a little bit of a taste here on the network and get a little bit of get some exposure here. So for those of you expecting Inside Pitch, it's not going away. We're going to alternate with Inside Pitch from now on. We're going to have Fall Classic one night and Inside Pitch the next. So we're going to try to get a little bit more of a taste of something here on the channel. I hope you guys don't mind. I know some people are very big Fall Classic fans. Some are big Inside Pitch fans. Trust me, nothing's going away. We're just going to do something new here on the channel. So I hope you guys join us for tonight for some Fall Classic Baseball 1983. Today's date is June 21st, 83. We are at Royals Stadium as the Oakland Athletics take on the Kansas City Royals. The Athletics come into this game a record of 32-34. They're only 2 games under 500. The Royals are 4 games under 500 at 28-32. That American League West right now is a mess. So anything can happen in that division as we move forward here into the 1983 season. Now going into Fall Classic, back and forth, I have a couple of house rules. A, we will not be rolling for numbers for bullpen results on the pitcher card. They will come up if we go to the pitcher card on the D20. The D20 will either be an A, B, or C, as I want to try a few things out. There will be a couple of other things I'll do throughout the game, but I hope you guys will enjoy for a good matchup here tonight on the network. So Fall Classic and Inside Pitch will now alternate, and hope you guys don't mind. We'll still be using fast action cards. We have them right here. They are off to the side. I'll be drawing them if we pretty much got runners on base. The D20 will be deciding what the out will be at the time. So that means it'll be a little bit interesting to see how Fall Classic and Inside Pitch rate this 1983 season. We are at Royals Stadium tonight. Dick Hauser, the manager of the Royals, and Steve Burrows, the manager of the A's. So, without further ado, I hope I've given a fair introduction. Remember, I love Inside Pitch. It's my most exciting baseball game. It's not going away anywhere. But I want to get some Fall Classic on the board, so we're going to split time between the two. I hope nobody here minds, because we're going to play some more exciting baseball. So let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals tonight is Paul Splittorf. He had 13 wins and 8 losses in 1983, a 1.35 whip. So he gets the call for the Royals today, and he can pitch to 28 batters before he tires. And we will see what happens tonight. So let's see how this will work here in the 1983 season. So Paul Splittorf is on the mound. And for those of you about the Oakland Athletics, let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the A's, there could only be one guy. The man himself, greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history. Rickey Henderson had a .292 average, 48 RBIs, and 9 home runs in 83. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Royals are the home team. The Royals fans here hoping the Royals can get a win and try to get closer to 500. The A's are trying to get even closer to 500 as we're ready to play some baseball. Let's get right to it, and let's see if we can do this. Let's see how it goes. 55, and Henderson's going to lead off with a base hit. That's going to be a single right into right field. Henderson, of course, does get the plus sign, so he's going to get a chance to steal. So Rickey Henderson automatically gets a single, and he's going to go ahead and try to get this. Going to try to steal here. Has a stolen base rating of 17, and Don Slott for the Royals. Don Slott for the Royals has an arm rating of 2. So Henderson pretty good at stealing, of course, in 1983. He had 108 steals in that year. So let's see what will happen here for stolen base. So let's see here. Does he get the? I'm pretty sure he will get the jump. So check the pitcher's arm rating. Steal the jump. Roll a d6, and that's going to be a 6. And he will get the jump against Splittorf at an average arm. And the throw will go down to second, and Henderson will steal the base. That'll be a stolen base for Henderson. He'll go ahead and steal it. So stolen base for Henderson. And it was not. And so he will go ahead and be at second. So a steal for Henderson, and already he has on base. Next batter for the A's will be the right fielder, Mike Davis, at .275 average. He had 62 RBIs and 8 home runs that year. Henderson on at second. Splittorf will pitch. And that's a 33, and that's going to be a base hit for Davis. Let's see if it'll score. Henderson, base hit to right field. Second to home, weak arm advances. Average a strong arm at risk. Right fielder is Geronimo. He has a strong arm. And Henderson at this early point of the game is going to hold at third base. He will not take a risk. He will stay there. So he will go ahead and hold at third. And a base hit by Davis. He also has the steal chance. But he is going to hold at first base. Next batter for the Athletics will be the shortstop, Bill Allman, .266 average, 63 RBIs, and 4 home runs that year. So runners at first and third, already a chance here for the Athletics. Splittorf will pitch, 64, and that is a 9, and that's going to be an out. And let's see what kind of an out that's going to be, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. They are not playing in. So runner at second, 3-1. First baseman S gets a fielder's choice at second. First baseman strong arm also checks the runner to hold at third. So Henderson is not going to score, but Davis, let's see what we got here. So first and third, runner to second, 3-1. But a first baseman with a strong arm, which is Akins, he has a weak arm. So Davis actually will get to second base. And full is an infield F, and that's going to be a force out at the plate. And let's see here. They're not playing in. So yes, John Haverly here at Royal Stadium, mixing things up a bit. So runner to third, runner to second, 3-1. Also checks the runner to hold at third. Well, he did not. So Henderson actually comes in to score. So that's going to be a score for Henderson, and it's 1-0 Athletics. Yes, John Haverly, we're mixing things up a little bit here. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. A grounder on a ground ball to first. As Allman is out. And the next batter is going to be the second baseman, Davey Lopes, .277 average, 67 RBIs, 17 home runs that year. So Splittorf will go ahead and pitch to Lopes here. Davis is on at second. So let's see what happens here. 12. That's going to be an out. And let's see what kind of an out that's going to be. It's going to be a fly out to left, and Davis will hold. So fly ball to left field. An easy play there for Willie Wilson, and that's out number 2. 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy, .227 average, 75 RBIs, 17 home runs that year. Davis on at second, 2 outs, already a 1-0 lead for the A's. Splittorf, a 42. That is going to be off the ball. That's a 16, and that is going to be a walk. He's going to go ahead and walk Murphy. As I said, now this is what I'm doing here. The D20 is indicating the pitcher effectiveness if we go to the pitcher card. So that's a 42. So that's a 16. That's a C. That's going to be a walk. So I'm going to be all over the pitcher card. I'm trying a rule here to see if we can get to utilize the entire pitcher card at one point. So that's going to be a walk for Murphy. He will trot to first. So, yes, that's how we're going to try to do it. We'll see how this works. We'll see how things can do. Who knows? We may make changes. That'll bring up the third baseman, Carney Lansford. I sometimes wonder why this guy might not be is not in the Hall of Fame. 308 average, 45 homers, 10 RBIs. Carney Lansford was a heck of a player. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Pitch coming, 25. That's going to be an out. And that's the final out of the inning. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Easily handled there by Washington. And he is going to throw to second covering. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits and a walk. And a stolen base for Ricky will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics is Steve McCatty. 6 wins, 9 losses, a 1.43 whip. He gets the call tonight for the Athletics in this game against the Royals. So now in the bottom of the first inning, and let's see how we're going here. Leading off for the Royals will be the left fielder, Willie Wilson. 276 average, 33 RBIs, 2 home runs in that year. McCatty, 14. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be an easy ground ball right to first base. That'll be handled there by Greg Gross, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out, 1 away. Next up is the shortstop, UL Washington. 236 average, 41 RBIs, and 5 homers that year. Pitch coming, 16. That's going to be an out. That's going to be a ground ball to second, handled there by Davey Lopes, and he'll throw it over to first for out number 2. One other rule that we're going to use as well is any X that comes up is going to be an automatic double play no matter what. Yes, Davo9 GLA, we are going to alternate Fall Classic with inside pitch. We're going back and forth. I want to give Fall Classic some love. Next batter is the second baseman, Frank White, a 260 average, 77 RBIs, and 11 home runs that year. No change of anything. We're still playing, going back and forth. I want to give Fall Classic some love. It needs it. It deserves it. So we're going to rotate. Kevin Thomas and Michael Peterson joins us here at Royal Stadium. So McCatty will bring the pitch. 42, and that's going to be a 10, and that is going to be a walk. So he'll walk White. So that will be a walk given up by McCatty. And White will trot down to first. One of the rules we're utilizing is, of course, remember, usually you choose a pitcher grade at the beginning of their approach. I'm going to utilize the D10, the D20 all over the place. So sometimes a pitcher may be wild, sometimes he may be strong. Why not? It's regular season. Who knows? Glad to see everybody here. Hope you guys will enjoy this idea of mine. I understand. Inside pitch is not going anywhere, people. It'll be here tomorrow night. But I wanted to play some Fall Classic, so I picked up the 1983 season. I'm also ordering the seasons I've already played in inside pitch as well. Why I'm doing that? Just for completeness' sake. McCatty will pitch to McCray. I should say he's the next batter is the Kansas City designated hitter, Hal McCray. 311 average, 12 homers, 82 RBIs. That's a 25, and that is going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field, and Dwayne Murphy is going to get to it, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk, 1-0 in favor of the A's. As Brian B. says, what in the name of Harold Baines is going on here? First version 4 rules, now these colorless cards. Yes, well, we're now going to alternate between Fall Classic and inside pitch. I had a lot of fun with Fall Classic in that one and gone, and I really wanted to do an alternate to go back and forth. When we do the postseason, that's going to be even more interesting. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Athletics will be their designated hitter, Mike Heath, a 281 average, 6 homers, 33 RBI. David Vega joins us here at Royals Stadium. So Splittorf will pitch 46, and that is going to be off the ballpark card. That's a 12, and that's going to be fouled away and out of play, and that'll be strike one. Heath will do it again. 62, and that's going to be an out, and that will be an easy ground ball to the shortstop, handled by Washington, and that will be out number one. I'm using fast action cards next to the side here. Next batter is the first baseman, Wayne Gross, a 233 average, 44 RBIs, and 12 home runs. So I hope you don't mind me going back and forth. Fall Classics, different player ratings. Believe it or not, remember, it's a totally different engine, but they're pretty similar. Greg Sovon and now Bink Stanley, who now controls Fall Classic, have actually gotten the ratings, and Chris Davis. They're pretty similar if you look at them. Pitch from Splittorf, 32, and that's a 5, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a 5. That's going to be an out, and we will make that a ground ball to third. An easy play there for Pasternicki, and that's out number 2. May need to re-roll that for the heck of it. And now the catcher for Oakland, Bob Carney, a 255 average, 8 homers, 32 RBIs. Splittorf will pitch. Pitch from Splittorf, 64, and that's going to be an out no matter what the D20 says. And we'll roll that for the heck of it. And that's going to be a fly ball to left, and that'll be handled there easily by Willie Wilson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. That's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. So I hope you guys, if any Fall Classic fans out there, welcome. If there's some people wondering about the game, okay, glad to have you join us here for Fall Classic Baseball. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Royals will be the first baseman, Willie Aikens, a 302 average, 23 homers, 72 RBI. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at Royals Stadium. You don't see this on the channel with the Fluffy Cats demo, Spokane Steve. McCatty will pitch. McCatty, 60. Let's see. I keep on thinking of going to the ballpark card, but whatever. 63 is going to be an out. And what the heck? It's going to be a fly out to left. Fly ball to left field. Easy play there for Ricky Henderson. I'm pretty sure everyone will agree that Ricky Henderson was the best leadoff hitter in baseball history. May he rest in peace. Next batter is the center fielder, Amos Otis, a 261 average, 4 homers, 41 RBIs, and 83. Pitch from McCatty, 16. That's going to be an out. And off the batter card, I can still just use the 8, and that's going to be a fly to center. Handled easily there by Murphy, 2 down. Next batter is the right fielder, Cesar Geronimo, 207 average, 4 no homers, 4 RBIs, and 83. So McCatty will go ahead and pitch. 66, that's going to be a double. Geronimo will go ahead and wind up easily. He'll belt that one down the first base, right up the middle, actually, I should say. And Geronimo is going to wind up at second. So a 2-out double for him. Another thing I like about Fall Classic Baseball does card pretty much everybody. However, the one thing I also like about Fall Classic, when you order a printed set, you get a PDF of that set as well. So you're not only getting just the printed set, you're getting a PDF, which allows you to go ahead and print any fringe players you may need for the game. So every game, I have access to every player. Plus, Fall Classic has players already on their team. All their traded players are on their teams as well. So, for instance, 1983, I have a Keith Hernandez card for the Cardinals and a Keith Hernandez card for the Mets, which actually makes setting up the day a lot easier. So here's Cliff Pasternicki, a 125 average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Rest in peace to Rich Dower. Yes, I know he did pass away. So McCatty will go. And one thing also about Fall Classic, they have seasons before 1956 of inside pitch. Does that mean we could be playing seasons earlier than that? We'll see what happens when we get to the selection show. Here comes the pitch, 12, and that's going to be a ground ball. That'll be an easy play there to second base, and that'll be handled there by Davey Lopes. He'll throw to first, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Royals. 1-0 A's here after 2. Another reason why I want to do this, I want to see how the scoring goes between these two games as well. So Chris Davis, if you're watching, don't worry, Chris. I'm not dumping inside pitch by any means. We're playing lots of IP. We just want to add a little bit more. I want to add a little more to the channel too. So, and I know there are some Fall Classic fans out there that wanted to see more of this on the channel after that one and gone tournament. We go to the top of the third, and leading off for the A's will be Ricky Henderson, and he got a single, stole a base, and scored. 1-0 A's. Splittorf, 62, and that is going to be an out. That's going to be an out, and it will be a fly out to left field. Going after that will be Willie Wilson, and he'll make the play, 1 down. Next batter is Davis. Davis got a single his first time up. Dabble, you have a 1966 set. Great year. Here's the pitch from Splittorf, 26 against a righty. That would be a single and 2 pluses, but Splittorf is a lefty. That's going to be an out. And instead, he's going to hit that one, a fly ball to right. And Cesar Geronimo is going to get to that and make the catch for out number 2. So that's a split chance against a righty, but Splittorf is a lefty. So that is going to be out number 2. Here's Allman. Allman is 0 for 1. Be interesting to see a replay with 2 different games to see how stats and outcomes might differ. Well, remember, I don't keep stats for the regular season, but of course, I will be keeping stats. I do keep averages and home runs and wins and losses for the postseason. Remember, my postseasons are expanded. Here's the pitch from Splittorf, 35, and that is a 14. That's a 14, and that would be a 35B. And that's a single 1-8. We'll re-roll, and that is going to be a base hit for Allman. So Allman will get himself a single to keep the inning alive. That's how I'm running the D20s off the pitcher card. Makes the pitcher a little bit more interesting, I think. Here's Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 1. Allman on at first, and he had a good amount of steals. But those with 2 outs, I think they'll go ahead and keep them. Double D joins us here at Royal Stadium. Pitch from Splittorf. 66, that's a 12, and that is going to be a triple for Davey Lopes as he goes ahead and smacks that one deep into the corner. Allman will come around easily. He will score. Lopes holds at third. It's 2-0 Athletics. Stadium groans. RBI triple for Lopes. And now 2-0 in favor of the A's. The A's actually lost this game 4-2. We'll see what happens here. Here's Murphy. Murphy walked his first time up. Still 2 outs here in the top of the third, but the A's have a 2-0 lead. Splittorf will pitch. 61, and that's a 5, and that is going to be a 1-16 will be a strikeout. And nope, that's going to be a regular out instead. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. And going after that will be Geronimo. He'll make the catch, retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits for the A's. We go to the bottom of the third. Doug Hunt joins us here at Royal Stadium. And he says, where is inside pitch? Inside pitch is alive and well there, Doug. We're going to now start alternating between inside pitch and Fall Classic. So we're playing Fall Classic tonight. We will have inside pitch tomorrow, the next day Fall Classic, and so on. I want to get Fall Classic on the board, and I want to give it more exposure. I hope you guys don't mind. I don't think you guys really cared what game I played. I think you just wanted me to play. Leading off for the Royals is the catcher, Don Slaught. He had a good year in '83. .312 average, 28 RBIs. So McCatty will go ahead and he will pick. Oh, thank you, Double D. That's nice. It's my replay. Play what you enjoy. But I want you guys to enjoy it as well. That's what's important. That's what's important as well. McCatty will pitch 32, and that's a 5. And a 32 off that card will go to here. 32, that's a 5, and it's going to be an A. In that case, that's going to be an out. And we'll say it's a fly out to right. So fly ball to right field. Easy play there for Davis. And that's the first out. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. 1 out here. 2-0 A's. Pitch from McCatty. 61, and that's a 3. That's going to be either a strikeout, and it will be a strikeout. He'll get him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the first K for McCatty. He had 65 of them at 83. He was not a strikeout pitcher. Next up is Washington. Washington is 0 for 1. Now 2 outs, 2-0 A's. McCatty, 32, and that's a 1, and that's going to be an easy out, and it will be a ground out to short. So hit easy play to shortstop, taken care of there by Ullman, and over to first it goes to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Royals. It's 2-0 in favor of the Athletics. The Athletics are 2 games under 500. The Royals are 4 games under 500. Both teams, of course, are still very much in it. I am not the master of Fall Classic, though. That belongs to Tony Porter at Dice Baseball Digest. He's the guy to ask questions. And I'm still getting this game down. There are still some things I have to check the rules once in a while. But, we have we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead with it. Leading off for the A's will be Carney Lansford. And I still don't know. I sometimes wonder why Lansford's not in the Hall of Fame. He was a heck of a player. Splittorf, 13. That is going to be an out, and there'll be a fly to left. And getting to that is going to be Wilson, and he will make the catch. 1 out. Next up is Heath. Heath is the DH in this game. Splittorf. 64, and that's an 8. That'll be an out, and we're going to say that is a ground out to short. Hit easily there to Washington for the second out, 2 away. And now here's Gross. Gross is 0 for 1. Splittorf. 22, a 1 to 5 is a walk. The 18 is going to be higher than that. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and struck him out. And that is going to be the first strikeout for Splittorf. He had only 61 of them that year, and that's a 1, 2, 3 inning for the Athletics. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Royals will be Frank White, and he walked his first time up. Royals Stadium with that, I believe in 1983, it did have that bouncy AstroTurf on it. McCatty, 32, and that's a 9, and that would be a double 1 to 8. We'll re-roll, and nope, that's going to be an out instead. And we'll make that a grounder to short. Handled there by Ullman, and the throw goes to first for the out. Next batter is McCray. McCray's the DH. He's 0 for 1. I'm letting the D20 decide. I could roll 2 D20s and decide what will happen there. I could do that. McCatty, pitch, 25. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be grounded to short. And taking care of that is going to be Ullman again, and he'll throw it over to first for out number 2. Next up is Akins. Akins is 0 for 1. McCatty goes ahead and pitches. 25. That's going to be an out, and that'll be popped up. Be a pop-up in the infield, and going after that will be the third baseman, Carney Lansford, and he'll get that in fair territory and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Royals. 2-0 in favor of the A's after 4. The one thing about Fall Classic, it actually might go a little faster due to the way the dice rolls and the charts and all that stuff. I think Fall Classic may actually go a little quicker. Top of the 5th inning, Bob Carney leads off for the Athletics, and he's 0 for 1. Splittorf. Let's see what he does. 11, and that's going to be an out, and that's a comebacker right back to Splittorf. He'll take care of that and underhand it to first, 1 down. Next up is Ricky. Ricky is 1 for 2, has a single and a stolen base and scored a run. Splittorf gets the sign. And 62, that's an 11. That's going to be an out. And we'll call that a easy ground ball to first, handled there by Akins. And he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. And now here's Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. Splittorf. Pitch coming. 14, that'll be an out, and that's going to be a line drive hit hard, but right to center field. Going back for it is Otis, but he's going to have the room, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the 5th. I got people saying that sometimes you don't get a lot of score. Some people say you don't get enough scoring in a season with Fall Classic, and sometimes you get too much scoring. After that 1919 one and gone tournament, I think I had a lot of scoring all the way around. Amos Otis leads off for the Royals, and he's 0 for 1. McCatty will pitch, and 13, and that will be an out, and that's going to be a comebacker to McCatty as well. And he'll take care of that and throw it over to first for out number 1. Next up is Geronimo. Geronimo got a double his first time up. Pitch on the way. 22. Nope, that's also going to be an out. That's going to be grounded to short. Coming in and charging it is Ullman. He's made a lot of plays today. He'll make this one too. 2 down. And now Pasternicki. Pasternicki is 0 for 1. If any of you guys, after this game is over, you want to leave any comments about me playing Fall Classic, and leave in the comments. That's okay. I don't mind the constructive criticism. McCatty. 26 against the lefty would be a single, but McCatty's a righty. Instead, that's going to be an out, and that's going to be grounded to short. Getting over there, it's going to be handled by Ullman. He'll make another play and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Royals. Steve McCatty working on a 1-hitter. After 5, it's 2-0 A's. And as I play Fall Classic, I'll get better at the system. I think it's a great system. I kind of, when I tried it with the 86 Mets, I really don't think I got it. Now that I do, and now that I know how it works, I think it just works fine. Top of the 6th inning already here. Fast-moving game. Leading off for the A's will be Bill Ullman, and he is 1 for 2 with a single. Splittorf, he'll go ahead and pitch. And 63, that is going to be an out, and that will be grounded to short. And UL Washington will take care of that and toss it over for the out. 1 down. Here's Lopes. Lopes got an RBI triple his last time up. Splittorf, 45, and that is going to be an out no matter what, and it'll be a fly to right. Handling over that is Geronimo. That's out number 2. We have not gotten any range plays yet or anything. We've been missing. We haven't gotten 51s, 52s, or 53s yet. How interesting that is. I'm broadening my horizons. Yes, I am. Remember, David Baseball Demos. He's doing Stratomatic. He's doing History Maker Baseball. He's going to do season ticket baseball for the game of the week. You know what? If he can play a couple of games at one point, so at the same time, so can I. I just wanted to put this into the 83 season. Splittorf will pitch here's next up is Murphy. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Splittorf, 41. That's a walk. That's going to be a walk easy, no matter what the rating is on the die. And Murphy will trot to first. Second walk of the game for Murphy, and second walk given up by Splittorf. Splittorf had a decent year in 83, 13 wins and 8 losses. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. He had 4 complete games. That's another thing I like about the stats. You get the complete games here. Here's Lansford. Lansford is 0 for 2. Cutter Historical joins us here at Royal Stadium. You know, you said Rich Dauer was dead. You know, he's talking about him in PC Replay Baseball. The 79 Orioles meant, yeah. Midlife Crisis now joins us here at Royal Stadium. Yes, MLC, we're now going to alternate Fall Classic and Inside Pitch every other day. Murphy on at first. Splittorf is going to go. He had 7 stolen bases, but with 2 outs, Splittorf will pitch. I'm using a few house rules too. Splittorf 42. That's a 6, and that's going to be an out. He'll get out of that inning. And we're going to go ahead, and that is going to be a ground out to short. That'll be handled there by Washington, and the throw goes to first to retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. 2-0 in favor of the A's as we go to the bottom of the 6th. So what you're wondering what I'm doing is why I don't have anything covering. What I'm doing here is if a reading comes off the pitcher card, I will use the D20 to decide what letter grade it's going to be. So, and then we'll go with that grade. If I have to re-roll the D20 or re-roll the D20, I will do so. So that's what I'm going to try to get so I can get the pitchers. Kind of makes it a little bit more interesting that way. You know, you may have instead of just giving a pitcher a C grade, you kind of think, okay, he's going to stink. But, you know, something like that. I don't know. I may play with it. This is just a regular season game. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning right now as McCatty gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Royals will be Don Slaught, and he is 0 for 1. Yes, you can go explain at the beginning, my good man. Please do. McCatty, you still got plenty in the tank. We only got a 2-0 game here. The historical score of this game was 4-2 in favor of the Royals. McCatty, 41. That's a base on balls no matter what. And Slaught will trot to first. Leadoff walk for Slaught. And he's not going to steal anything. He's going to stay right where he actually had 3 steals, but I'm not going to send him here. Wilson is up next. He's 0 for 2. Slaught on it first. McCatty looking in, and he'll go ahead and pitch. Pitch on 26. That's going to be a base hit for Willie Wilson, and that is going to be a base hit to center field. Fast advance, run others can risk. Slaught is mud. He stays at second. He's a slow runner. He'll stay right where he is. So a base hit for Wilson. Now the Royals got something going on here. That's his first hit of the game. And it will now bring up Washington. Washington is 0 for 2. Slaught is mud out there. So Slaught at second, Wilson at first. Nobody out, bottom of 6, a chance for the Royals. McCatty will pitch. McCatty, 51. That's our first KD check, believe it or not. And now he's got 3 different KD checks. Even though the 18 is already under there, I'm going to re-roll to see if it's an A, B, or C. That is going to be an A. Now we'll see if it's a 1-3, and it's not. So now we're going to be a defense check. So now we draw the card. So it's going to be a possible error on the third baseman, a 1-base error. Third baseman for the Athletics is Lansford. His error rating is a 6. He will not make an error. He will not make an error, and that's going to be a 14. So runners on first and second. It's even. So it's going to be a fielder's choice at second, and the other will go to third. So Slaught goes to third. Wilson is out at second. Washington goes to first, and that's the first out. The rules of Fall Classic are much different, of course, and I'm still trying to get the cards, but these fast action cards are a lifesaver. They really are. And I shuffled pretty much all of them. I have 4 decks. So we'll always be able to get through it. So runners at the corners here, 1 out. And the next batter is White. And White is 0 for 1 with a walk. So Slaught on at third, Washington at first. Washington's got good steal Does have an ability to steal, though. Had 40 steals that year. And, he's he's super fast runner. I think he'll keep him where he is. McCatty will go ahead and he will pitch to White. McCatty, 65, and against 65, and that is, let's see what it is here. A 65 makes a big difference. It's a 5, and so a home run 1-7 chance. So now I'm going to re-roll the D20. If it's a 1-7, this ball is out of here. And it is. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Frank White. Stadium cheers. Yay! A 3-run bomb by Frank White puts the Royals ahead. It's 3-2. Right off of McCatty. And I re-rolled to see if it was what grade it was. And he does get that. As I'm trying to roll to see what we get. And that's going to be a 3-run bomb for White. And the Royals have a 3-2 lead. So McCatty gives up the long ball on that one. And now the batter is McCray. As I say, I may roll 2 D20s at the same time just for that kind of reason. If I'm doing it that way. And use 1 D20 as the main one. Who knows? McCatty will go ahead and pitch to McCray. He's 0 for 2. McCatty, 61, and that is a 5 and a K of 1-16. It's going to be an out anyway. Question is it a strikeout? Yes, it is. Struck him out. That's going to be the second strikeout for McCatty, 2 down. And now here's Aikens. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at Royals Stadium. Probably wondering why I'm playing Fall Classic. Remember, now we're alternating Fall Classic and Inside Pitch. Fall Classic tonight, Inside Pitch tomorrow night. Here's Aikens. Aikens is 0 for 2. Royals have a 3-2 lead off a big-time bomb by Frank White. McCatty will pitch. 14. That's going to be a ground out. That'll be an easy play to third. And getting to that is going to be Lansford. He'll throw to first and retire to side. 3 runs, 2 hits, a walk, a 3-run bomb by Frank White. And the Royals have a 3-2 lead after 6. I think I'll go ahead and get another D20 here, and it will be a blue one. This is the roll it. Why not? Try it that way. Where are we? Top of the 7th? We go to the top of the 7th. Thank you there very much there, Jeremy Brooks. I just want to give Fall Classic a little bit more exposure, and I actually do like the game a lot now. So here's Splittorf coming on the mound, and Mike Heath leads off for the A's, and he's 0 for 2. 3-2 Royals after a 3-run bomb by White. Splittorf with the pitch, 34, and that's an 18, and that's going to make him a C. That's going to make him a C pitcher, and that is going to be, doesn't matter though, that's going to be a base hit for Heath. So Heath gets a single, his first hit of the game. It will now bring up Gross. Gross is 0 for 2. I will do a demo game for Fall Classic probably for the next season. I will do one. I'll do one for Inside Pitch. I may do one for Inside Pitch and one for Fall Classic, but with the same teams But really, as I said, my knowledge of it is getting better, but Tony Porter is the guy to check on that. And he has some nice house rules that I think work. Heath on it first, and I don't think he's going to steal. He only had 3 stolen bases. He'll stay where he is. Gross is the batter. He's 0 for 2. Splittorf will pitch. 41. That's going to be an automatic walk no matter what the pitch rating is. And he'll try. Now, the Athletics are in business here. 3rd walk issued by Splittorf. Here comes Carney. Carney 0 for 2. Nobody out, top of the 7th. Royals with a 3-2 lead here. Splittorf looking in on Carney. Fans here at Royal Stadium know the Royals need to get a win. Splittorf sets up and he'll pitch. 12. And that's going to be an out. And that is going to be a ground out. Refer to the white die. That's a 2. That's going to be a ground out right to the catcher. And the runners are, and it's going to be grounded at the plate. The throw will go to first. So that's going to be, the runners will advance. So grounded at the plate, the runners will move one base, but there is out number 1. So now here's Ricky. Ricky is 1 for 3. He's got a single and a stolen base. The infield is going to play in. So waiting for a chance for an in. Heath's run rating is he's an average runner. Splittorf will be tired after Henderson, though. So we will see what happens. Now, as far as tiring goes, I have to work on that rule with the way I'm doing it here. We'll see. Splittorf will pitch. 63. That's going to be an out no matter what. And let's see. That is that's ground ball to third base. If playing in, they will hold. So the runners will hold and the play will go to first for out number 2. So holds, but he can run with risk though, but Heath is not going to. He is not going to. So Henderson is out at first for the second out. Kind of works like an infield in there. So now Splittorf is now fatigued. And now the ring-up batter will be Davis. And Davis is 1 for 3. I will still mark a pitcher who is fatigued. I will still do that. So now what that means is what I'll do. The rule of a fatigued pitcher is, as usually, he stays at the grade he is, but after a base hit, he moves over 1 letter grade. So what we could do here was I could roll one. Now that he's fatigued, roll a letter grade, and that's the grade he'll be at. But we'll see. Splittorf will go ahead and pitch to Davis. 35, and that's a 16, and that's going to be a base hit from Mike Davis. That'll bring in at least 1 run. So it's a base hit to center field. So Heath will come in to score. Heath comes in to score. Second to home scores if weak average arm, or with 2 outs all. There are 2 outs. So Wayne Gross is going to come around and he will score, and the Athletics retake the lead 4-3. Stadium groans. And that will probably get Splittorf out of there. So that is a 2 RBI single by Mike Davis. And we're going to see a new pitcher for the Royals, as now it's 4-3 in favor of the A's with 2 outs. Allman is the next batter. But that'll be it for Splittorf, as he will come out of the game, and the Royals will go to a new pitcher. And it will be righty. And I'm not going to say Quisenberry yet. Coming on to pitch for the Royals is going to be Mike Armstrong. He had 10 wins, 7 losses, and 3 saves. Quisenberry is going to be in the bullpen, but Mike Armstrong will now pitch for the Royals, and he can face 10 batters. That's the one thing I do like about Fall Classic. You get more batters you can face. So Mike Armstrong will now pitch against the Allman here. Still 2 outs, but now 4-3 A's. Davis on it first. And we're going to see he's going to stay put. Armstrong will pitch. Armstrong, 56. And that is going to be a swing and a miss no matter what. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. Armstrong did have 52 Ks that year. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. And the Athletics have taken a 4-3 lead here in this first game of Fall Classic now in the 1983 season, and we'll get better with it. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute tickers still coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be June 24th, and we always have one of these games every single season, and it is now time to have it. It is the rivalry game. We're going to Fenway Park as the New York Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox. Dave Righetti will be going for the Yankees, and John Tudor will be going for the Red Sox. That will be inside pitch tomorrow night. So it'll be the Yankees and the Red Sox, the rivalry game. I got to have one of these every regular season, at least one, and that will be tomorrow night for the 24th. Yankees and the Red Sox. I know you guys don't want to miss the rivalry game here on the network. Bottom of the 7th, Athletics have a 4-3 lead here. Leading off is another underrated player, and that's Amos Otis for the Royals. He's 0 for 2, though. McCatty can still pitch. He's doing pretty well right now. He's giving up 3 runs, though. McCatty will deal. McCatty, let's see, 14. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be a line drive hit right to second base. Hit hard, but right at second, and that's out number 1. Easy play there for Lopes. 1 down. Here's Geronimo. Geronimo is 1 for 2. Pitch from McCatty. And 55, and that's hit hard by Geronimo. And that's a 17. That's going to be a single. Geronimo will get a base hit, and he'll hold it first. Second hit of the game for Geronimo. And the next batter is Pastor Nicky. He has home run ability. He had 2 home runs and only 32 at-bats for 83, but that 125 average doesn't seem to click. We may see a pinch hitter for him, and I think we're going to go ahead and see what he'll do. And let's see. Pastor Nicky, he is the third baseman. And are we going to see a pinch hitter here? I'm going to say yes. I think I have another third in there. I do. Pastor Nicky's going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Royals is going to be Pat Sheridan. 270 average, 36 RBIs, 7 home runs. Onyx Concepcion will take over at third base for Pastor Nicky. So Concepcion waits in the wings as Geronimo on at first. So 1 out here. Sheridan will bat. McCatty sets up, and he will go ahead and pitch. McCatty pitch 23, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Sheridan goes down swinging, and that is out number 2. And now here's Slot. Slot is 0 for 1 with a walk. Geronimo still on at first. McCatty trying to get through this inning. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping the Royals can get something done. Pitch from McCatty. 44. That's a base hit for Slot. That'll be a single. Base hit to left field. First to third advance of weak arm. Well, Henderson has an average arm. Geronimo will hold at second base. So he holds at second. So Geronimo goes to first, and now first and second now. And now the tying run is at second base. And now McCatty is tired. So we'll see what he does. And now here's Wilson. Wilson is 1 for 3. He's got a single. McCatty can pitch 10 innings. Yeah, well, he faced 27 batters. Okay, but he's now his batters faced as a starter is 27, 22 in relief if necessary. Runners at first and second. Fans here hope Wilson can go ahead and get it here. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping for a big hit. McCatty gets the sign and he'll pitch. 65 65 is a 12, and that's a home run. 1-10. -9 though from Wilson makes it a 1. So the only way Wilson can hit this is on a 1. And that's a 17. That's a deep fly ball to left field. Going back for that is Henderson, but he's going to get there. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. A chance for the Royals, but Wilson just did not have, only had 2 home runs. So a 1-10, and then you subtract 9 from here, which is a 1, and then I roll the other D20, and that will do it. So 4-3 here after 7. I actually like how they get the home runs in this game, too. And by the way, for those of you wondering about splits, some splits can come into effect, okay, on a home run depending on the card. But so far, I haven't seen that on some of these. But you never know. We go to the top of the 8th. Onyx Concepcion is going to come in now at third base. So I'm going to take Pastor Nicky out. And Onyx Concepcion, timeout for position change. He will come in. He's a 2W13. Doesn't have that good a range. So Onyx Concepcion will now bat 8th in the game. So top of the 8th, 4-3 Athletics. Mike Armstrong will stay on the mound. And Davey Lopes leads off for the A's. And he's 1 for 3, got an RBI triple. Armstrong will pitch. Let's see, 13, that's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly to right. And that'll be an easy play there for Geronimo, 1 down. Next up is Lansford. Lansford is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Pitch from Armstrong. 14, and that's going to be another fly ball hit to right field. Getting over there will be Geronimo. He's got it, 2 down. And now Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 3. Armstrong will go ahead and pitch. Armstrong, 22. A 1-16 is a walk. That's a 10, and that's where it's going to be. It's going to be ball 4, and Murphy's got a chance at a steal. Has a chance at a steal. And the next batter is Heath. Next batter is Heath, and he's 1 for 3. Murphy had 7 steals out of 12 attempts. With 2 outs, I'm going to let him stay where he is. Murphy really not that fast, so I'm not going to call for steal, as he is going to go ahead and stay at first. Armstrong will pitch to Heath. Pitch on the way, 34. And let's see, that is going to be an out no matter what. And that's going to be a comebacker right back to Armstrong. He'll take care of that. Toss it over and end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. Bottom of the 8th coming up. I can use the D20 to decide where the out is if there's nobody on base. If there's somebody on base is when I draw, or a base hit is when I draw the fast action card. McCatty is tired. He says, I can go, coach. This is 1983, not 2024. UL Washington leads off for the Royals. He is 0 for 3. 4-3 Athletics, bottom of the 8th. A's are 2 games under 500. The Royals are 4. Still a long way to go. A big logjam in the American League West. McCatty, 43, and let's see, that's a 19. That's going to be a walk, and Washington will trot to first. Leadoff walk given to Washington. And now the tying runner's on base, and here's White. White hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2, a 3-run bomb and a walk. Very Billy Martin of you to leave him in. Well, actually, Steve Burrows is the manager of the Athletics in 1983, though. That's another thing I like about Fall Classic. It tells you the manager names on the cards. That's actually useful for me. I'm sick and tired of saying the manager comes out. So Steve Burrows is, but yes, midlife crisis. Very Billy Martin of me to leave him in. You're right. So Steve McCatty now gives up a walk. Washington on at first. They're going to let McCatty pitch to White, righty on righty. So now 4-3. Washington did have a good amount of steals, though. And let's see. He's got an average arm. Let's see. Do we send him here? He's got a good chance. Here. He has an average arm. Let's see if he gets the lead. Check pitcher's arm rating. See the runner gets a jump. Roll a D6. And let's see if he gets the lead. And that is a 1. No, he does not. He does not get the lead on McCatty. So Washington will stay put. McCatty will go ahead and pitch to White. 44, and that's a 20. It's going to be a base hit for White. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. And let's see. First, fast and average runner to third. Washington's a super fast runner. He'll easily make third. And now the Royals are in business. Yes, and he had a rotative arm problems in 4 years. Chris Cotaroli. Yes, he is on the roster for this game, by the way. You are 100% correct, MLC. So now runners at the corners and no one out on a base hit by Frank White. And he has been hot. And here comes McCray. That's going to be it for McCatty. McCatty's going to come out of the game. He is done. And the A's are going to go to the bullpen. And they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Athletics. They did not have many in the bullpen for this game. They only had 5 pitchers in the bullpen for this one. McCray hits lefties a little better. And they are going to go with the 8th inning. I think we'll go with the best pitcher. Coming on to pitch for the Athletics is going to be Tom Bergmeyer. 6 wins, 7 losses, 4 saves. Bergmeyer's going to come on to pitch. He can pitch to 11. So he will pitch to Hal McCray. Infield is in, though. So Washington on at third, White on at first. 4-3, Royals threatening here in the bottom of the 8th. So Bergmeyer looking in on McCray. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping to go ahead and get it done. Here comes the pitch from Bergmeyer. 24 and hit by pitch. 1-11. That's a 7. Now minus 11 minus 3 is 8. And he still hit him. Plunk. Ouch. Almost missed the minus. So that is, he hits McCray, and now the bases are full of Royals. First hit batter of the game. And now here's Akins. Infield is still in. Akins is 0 for 3. So Bergmeyer hits McCray, and now a big chance here for the Royals. Washington on at third, White on at second, McCray on at first. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping for a big-time hit from Akins. He does. He hit 23 bombs that year. Athletics lead 4-3. Infield is in. Bergmeyer sets up against Akins. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. 25, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be a line out to the third base. That's a 5. I use this one here. Line out to third base, and that's going to be the first out. Nobody moves. If it was a line out to second base, it was a possible double play. But a line out to third is I like using the white die on that. And that is going to be an out. So a line drive to third base, and that's 1 out. They can't get anybody in. Akins hit it hard, but right at Lansford. So now 1 out, and here comes Otis. Otis is 0 for 3. Bergmeyer sets up against Otis now. Fans here at Royal Stadium says, come on, you got to get that tying run in. Bergmeyer, he'll go ahead and he will pitch. 42, and that's a 19, and that is going to be a walk. And he walks in the tying run. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Bergmeyer gives up a tough walk to Otis, and we got a tie game at 4. Otis will get an RBI for that one, as Bergmeyer gives up the walk, which is sad because that gives now McCatty gets Splittorf off the hook. So a no decision for these two guys, although Splittorf, these two guys here. So now here's Geronimo. Bases are still loaded. The infield is still in. Now they don't want the go-ahead run to score. Geronimo is 2 for 3 today, Toe. A single, a double, and a single. Bergmeyer will pitch to Geronimo. White on at third. McCray at second. Otis at first. Now tied at 4. Bergmeyer will pitch. 62. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a line out right to right field. A hard line right to right. And that's going to be Davis making that play. 2 outs. The runners hold. So a line drive to right field, but Davis is there. And nobody scores. 2 down. What a play that is. And that will bring up the new third baseman, Onyx Concepcion. He had a 242 average, 20 RBIs, no homers that year. So Bergmeyer will pitch to Concepcion. We're now tied at 4 here in the 8th. Bergmeyer will set up, and he will pitch. 56, and that is going to be an out instead, although we'll go to be a strikeout. But that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And coming in there will be Henderson. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, and a hit batter. We're tied at 4 after 8. Because I'm still getting the mechanics down for Fall Classic, but this game has a lot of nuances that I wish Inside Pitch had, and then there are some nuances I wish that this game had that Inside Pitch doesn't. Inside Pitch does. But will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? Now tied at 4. Mike Armstrong can pitch to 5 more batters. Wayne Gross is the leadoff batter. And the question is, do they want to let Armstrong pitch? And I think he's the best reliever they have in terms of whip. Well, you got Quisenberry. And I think that's time to bring him in. Armstrong's going to come out of the game, and coming in to try to get the win is going to be the guy they known as the Quiz, Dan Quisenberry. 5 wins, 3 losses. He had 45 saves. But the Royals are going to bring him in to see if he can get the win here. So here comes the Quiz. Here comes Dan Quisenberry. As the Benny Blades joins us here at Royal Stadium. Inside Pitch is alive and well. We're going to alternate now with that and Fall Classic. So Dan Quisenberry now comes on for the Royals. Wayne Gross will lead off. So Quisenberry will go. He pitched 139 innings, too. Tons of innings pitched, exactly. So Quisenberry will come on to pitch to Gross. 55, and that's a 19, and Gross leads off with a base hit. So that's going to be a single for Gross. What did I say in Inside Pitch? I bring in a relief pitcher. The first thing he does is give up a walk or a hit. Doesn't matter what game engine I'm playing. So Wayne Gross will get a hit off of Quisenberry. He's on first. The batter now is Carney. Carney is going to bat. He's got some power. Carney, though, is 0 for 3. Gross, not really a threat to steal. He only had 3 stolen bases. He'll stay put. Quisenberry will go ahead and pitch. Carney, not really a good hit and run kind of guy either. He'll swing away. Quisenberry will go ahead and pitch. Quisenberry, 51. That's a 17. KD check. Only a 1 will be a strikeout. And he got him! Struck him out! A 17, a KD check is a 1. I roll a 1, and he got him. Struck him out. Bob Carney cannot believe it, as he thought that ball was way outside. The umpire says, no, you're outside here at the ballpark. By the way, you're also not only that, you're out. Go take a seat. 1 down. Quisenberry comes through with a big K on a KD check. 1 down. So now here's Ricky. Ricky is 1 for 4. He's got a single. Gross on it first. 1 down here. What a play by what a strikeout by Quisenberry. That must have been a perfect pitch. Quisenberry will pitch. 24 and hit by pitch. 1-5. That's a 16. That is not happening. Instead, it's going to be a fly out to center, and Gross will stay at second. Stay in first. Fly ball center field, and Otis has got it. 2 down. And now here's Davis. Davis is 2 for 4. 2 away. Tied at 4, top of the 9th. Fans here at Royal Stadium hoping for a good pitch from the Quiz. Quiz will pitch. 55, that's not going to be a good pitch. That is going to be a double for Mike Davis. Will that score Gross? First to home scores. If weak or average arm with 2 outs, he does. It is 2 outs. Gross is going to come around from first. He will score, and it's 5-4 Athletics. Stadium groans. Big RBI double by Mike Davis. And the Athletics take a 5-4 lead here in the 9th. So now Davis on at second. And now the batter is Allman. And Allman is 1 for 4. He's got a single and 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. RBI double by Mike Davis puts the Athletics ahead. Quisenberry will now pitch to Allman. And that's a 56. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is done. But the second strikeout for Quiz, but that will do it. 1 run on 2 hits, an RBI double by Mike Davis. 5-4 Athletics. But will we now see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? Don Slaught will lead off for the Royals. Bergmeyer coming out of the game for the Athletics. They're going to go to their closer, who had the most saves. And I'll tell you right now, nothing. I'll tell you, maybe Bergmeyer should stay out there, but let's see what they want to do. This Athletic bullpen is bad. You got a righty, a switch, and a switch. Coming on to pitch for the Athletics is going to be Tom Underwood. 9 wins, 7 losses, 4 saves. Underwood is going to try to go ahead and get the save here in this game. So Bergmeyer leaves with the W. So Underwood's going to try to get the save here. So here's Don Slaught. He'll bat against Underwood. Bottom of the 9th, 5-4. Underwood will pitch. 33, and that's a leadoff base hit by Slaught. And the tying run is on. So Slaught goes ahead and gets a base hit. Again, no matter what, I bring in a relief pitcher. Brings up, it's a single or a walk, no matter what, whether I'm playing inside pitch, fall classic, don't matter. And now a chance for Wilson, as the fans here at Royal Stadium are hoping for a big hit. Slot, very slow runner here, but they're going to let him stay on there. Not many batters in the bullpen on the bench for these two teams in this game. So Slot's going to stay there. Underwood will pitch to Wilson. 53, that's a KD check. 16 is a KD of a 1. That's not happening this time. So now that's going to be a range play. And it's a range play to the shortstop, a possible infield single. Shortstop is Allman. His range is an 8. It's a 6. He's got it. It's a 6. He has got it, and it's going to be a fielder's choice at second base. Allman takes it, throws to second for 1 out. They'll sure get that, and that's 1 down. Nice play by Allman. Wilson's safe at first, though. And that is a fielder's choice. Allman's range was an 8. That we rolled a 6. And with the putout is made on an even D20, the fielder's choice is at second. So now 1 down, and now here's Washington. Wilson, a definite stealing threat, and I think they're going to send him. Wilson's got great speed. He had 59 steals. He's going to look at second base here. So let's check the stolen base attempt. Pitcher's arm rating to see if the runner gets a jump. Underwood's arm rating is an A. So at 1-2, Wilson does not get the jump. He doesn't, and he's off to second. He's going to try to steal second base. His stolen base rating is an 18. Is an 18. A 1-18, he is safe. And he is. Bob Carney had an average arm. It wouldn't have mattered. Wilson steals second, and now the tying runs in scoring position. So stolen base for Wilson. And now Washington a chance to bring him in. Wilson's got a chance to steal third, but he'll stay at second base. He's a fast runner. Pretty much any base hit to the outfield, he's going to score. 1 out, 5-4 A's, bottom of the 9th. Tom Underwood trying to close the game. Underwood will pitch. 53, that's another KD check. That's a possible range play, and that's an 11. So a 1-2, that would be a strikeout. It is not. So now we'll go to a range check, and that's going to be second base. That's going to be a range play second base for an infield single. So the second baseman is Lopes. His range is a 6. Nope, that's going to be an infield single. It's a base hit, and the runners will move up. That's going to be a one-base single, infield single. And so now the Royals have the tying run at third and the winning run at first, infield playing in. And now here's White. Frank White is 2 for 3, a single and a 3-run bomb. Underwood sets up against White. The infield is in, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. The Royals historically won this game. Wilson on at third, Washington at first. Washington staying at first base. He's the go-ahead run. Underwood will go ahead and he'll pitch. 36, and that is a 2, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a ground out to the catcher. It's going to be a ground ball to the catcher. Choice to hold runner at third or double play 2-6. Hold runner at third 2-3 or double play 2-6-3. They're going actually 2-6-3. So choice to hold runner at third 2-3 or double play 2-6-3. So you ground ball to the catcher. So the game is, so choice to hold runner at third, 2-3, or double play 2-6-3. Well, if I hold the runner at third, the throw goes to first for the out, and the runner on first goes to second. But if I choose the double play 2-6-3, the game is over. So choose the double play. So a 2-6-3 double play, that's got to be rare. But okay. So choice to hold runner at third, 2-3, or double play 2-6-3. Well, that's what we're going to choose. It's going to be a double play, so it's a ground ball. The catcher, that's going to be taken by Carney. He throws all the way to Allman to second. Then he throws to first for 2. Double play. That's your game. The Athletics will win this ball game 5-4. Stadium groans. I guess the choice to hold runner at third is if there were less than 2 outs. So if there was like 0 out. So if I had no outs, I would have held them. But 2 outs is a double play. So that's it. No outs, you suppose you'd hold the runner. So I agree. So yeah. So that's it. That's going to be a ball game here for the Athletics. They'll beat the Royals 5-4. So no runs, 2 hits, a steal. But the Royals are going to come up a little short tonight as the Athletics beat the Royals 5-4. Good game here tonight for our first matchup here with Fall Classic Baseball for the 1983 season. Final line score coming up. For the Athletics, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Royals, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Both teams historically had 8 hits in this game. So actually, Fall Classic said, okay, got the same amount of hits. The winning pitcher is Tom Bergmeyer. He's going to wind up with the win. Dan Quisenberry will take the loss, and Tom Underwood is going to get the save. So that's our game today for this between the Athletics and the Royals. The A's will go to 33-34. The Royals drop to 28-33. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little Fall Classic Baseball. I'll get better with it as we move on forward, but it is a lot of fun to play. It is a lot of fun to play. I totally misjudged the game when I first gave it. I guess I was too much into inside pitch at the time. So I thought maybe I'd give it another try. And I just think it flows very well. But it will be a victorious game for the Athletics. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the A's will get the win 5-4 over the Royals for June 21st. Let's see how the rest of the majors goes. June 21st, Yankees at Baltimore. Yankees 9-45, and that is 5. Orioles 12-66, that's 10. The Orioles are moving up. Cleveland at Boston. Battle of two last place two teams in the bottom of the cellar. Cleveland 10-62, that is 7. Red Sox 11-13, and that is 1. That's a win for the Indians. Seattle and the White Sox. Seattle -264, that's 5. White Sox 16-22, that's 3. That's a win for the M's. Milwaukee at Detroit. Brewers 6-15, that is 1. Tigers 7-11, 0. It's a win for the Brew Crew. California at Texas. Angels 9-42, and that is 4. Rangers 12-12, that's 1. That's a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Toronto. Twins 13-46, that is 6. Blue Jays 27-66, that's 14. Big win for the Jays. Braves and the Astros. Atlanta 12-42, that's 5. Astros 6-23, that is 2. And the Astros stay at the bottom of the division. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 2-54, that is 4. Dodgers 10-43. That's 5. It's a win for the Dodgers. Phillies and the Expos in a doubleheader. Game 1, Philadelphia 13-54. That is 6. Expos 2-52. That's 4. Phillies win game 1. Phillies 18-65. That is 10. Expos 20-33. That's 5. And the Phillies take both games. Cardinals and the Mets. With the Expos losing, the Mets can get one game closer. Cardinals 11, ain't happening. 11-46, that's going to be 5. Mets 5-35, and that is 3. That's a win for the Redbirds. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs 6-55, that is 5. Pirates 12-53, that's 6. Raise the Jolly Roger. Reds and the Giants. Reds 10-41, that's 4. Giants 15-61, that is 8. And that game goes to the G-Men. June 22nd, Yankees at Baltimore. Yankees 6-64, 7 runs. Orioles 8-11, 0. It's a win for the Yanks. Cleveland at Boston. Indians 10-45, that is 5. Red Sox 17-45, that is 6. The Bo Sox get the win. Mariners and the White Sox. Mariners 6-25, that is 2. White Sox 18-54, that's 7. A win for the Chi Sox. Milwaukee at Detroit. Brewers 7-34, 3 runs. Tigers 15-62, that's 8 runs. That's a win for the Cats. Oakland at Kansas City. Athletics 14-62, that'll be 8. Royals 12-21, that's 2. A win for the A's. California and the Rangers. California 3-13, that is 0. Rangers 18-56, that's going to be 8 runs there. They'll get that win. Minnesota and the Bluebirds. Twins 5-45, 4 runs. Blue Jays 12-45, that's 5 runs. It's a win for the Jays. Braves and the Astros. Braves 8-21, that is 2. Astros 4-31, that is also 2. They're going to extras. Atlanta rolls a 4. -4 is 0. Astros roll a 3, +2 is 5. The Astros will get the win. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 143, that's 3 runs. Dodgers 734, and that's 3 runs. That is a tie. They're going to extras there as well. Padres roll a 3 +0. Dodgers roll a 4 +2 is 6. The Dodgers will win the ball game. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies 5-21, that is 2. Expos 13-51, and that is 6. And they will get that victory there. Cardinals and the Mets in a doubleheader. Big double here for both. Big twin bill for both teams. Big twin bill for both teams. Cardinals 734, and that is 3. Mets 941, that's 4. The Mets win the first. Cardinals 1156, that's 7. Mets 712, and that's 0. And they'll split the twin bill. So I'll get one happy recap. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs 623, that's 2. Pirates 10-15, and that's also 2, barely. They're going to go to extras. Cubs roll a 5, -2 is 3. Pittsburgh rolls a 6 +0 is 6. The Pirates will raise the Jolly Roger. Reds and the Giants. Reds 823, and that is 2. Giants 336, and that is 3. The G-Men win the ball game. On to June 23rd. Cleveland at Boston. Indians 20-14. That is 3. Red Sox 14-33. And that is 4. The Bo Sox will get the win. Minnesota and the White Sox. Twins 7-22. That is 2. White Sox 17-51. That's 6. It'll be a win for the Chi Sox. California and Kansas City. Angels 9-61. That's 6. Royals 10-45. That is 5. That's a win for the Halos. Toronto and Seattle. Blue Jays 16-32. That's 4 runs. Mariners 5-64. That's 7 runs. A win for the M's. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 7-62. That is 6. Dodgers 5-26. That's 2. A win for the Friars. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies 8-21. 2 runs. Expos 7-14. 1 run. Phillies will get the win. Cardinals and the Mets. A chance for the Mets to maybe split the series here with the Cardinals. Cardinals 11-14, and that is 2. Mets 6-62, that is 6. And my Mets get another happy recap. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs 7-62, and that is 6. Pirates 11-34, and that is 4. Cubs win. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 24th. We will be at Fenway Park. We've already seen these teams in the second block, but we got to have a rivalry game. The New York Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox. Dave Righetti will be going for the Yankees. John Tudor for the Red Sox. It will be inside pitch for that one. So you'll join me tomorrow night for the Yankees and the Red Sox. Righetti and Tudor. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. And if you have any comments, of more of me now doing Fall Classic with Inside Pitch, constructive or otherwise, whatever, put them in the comments section. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is a win for the Athletics. They pulled one out of their ass tonight. They beat the Royals 5-4. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.